Okay, this is Aaron again with Exalted Lamb 1, and I have my part 2 out here for you. I can't wait to share this with you. Everything starts in August, iPad Go 2. Man, we got some really epic info, I like to call it, to bring to you, and the Lord Jesus has just been showing me some incredible things, and if this doesn't blow your mind, nothing will. I mean, really. So I'm excited to bring this to you, and that's why Jesus is roaring right there, because he's about to be coming back very soon. And this portends the tribulation coming and these 14 days about to bring in that time. So, and it's a birthing process for the bad and the good. So that it's really crazy how this is coming together. So, but you be the judge. I mean, he's given me these breadcrumbs. You know, he tells me all kinds of different things over time to show me the breadcrumbs on this trail, but he doesn't show me the whole picture. And as I'm getting closer and closer to this time, the time when it's going to begin, I'm seeing the picture clearer and clearer. The last puzzle pieces, I believe, are going in, but we'll see. I don't know the future. I don't know how it's going to run exactly, of course. And I'm not a prophet. And people even been said I'm false prophesying and all this kind of stuff, which is ridiculous. I'm just guessing like anybody would guess on anything. The stock market, you guess on any kind of thing out there. I'm just guessing based on a lot of information. So the fact that just the subject matter is making people kind of freak out and lose their minds and say ridiculous things. So, but anyway, we're moving on. So if you want to watch part 1, which I recommend, you have to watch part 1 before you watch part 2 here, because there's some things I'm covering as a foundation to this one. And I'm just kind of briefly go over those things, like some of the things I mentioned at the beginning here. So watch part 1 first, because it's a lot of structure of this needs to be, was explained in part 1. So watch that. Link is in the description box below for that. So moving on here we go. And then if you, want to sign up for Telegram, get notifications from me, because believe it or not, I mean, a lot of people have complained about this. A lot of people don't even know that YouTube's turning on people's notifications because they don't like this channel. They've literally suspended me at different times for completely dubious reasons. And it's just a plethora of stuff I'm not going to complain about, things that they've done to me and things. So, because they don't want this information out, literally, even to this day, I mean, it started probably about 4 or 5 months ago when I literally put in a new video. I try to type in the title and it will not let me. It literally kicks the keyboard down. It kicks the keyboard down every single time. And the only way the Lord showed me to get past that is to basically type out the title somewhere else, like in a text or something, copy it, and then it will let me paste it into the title. But I can't just type it in. It will literally kick my keyboard right back down. I even updated the software and all kinds of stuff, and just everything I could think of, and they keep doing little stupid things to try to stop me from doing, or just to get me frustrated or something. But unfortunately, I have people praying for me like crazy, and I'm thankful for that, all this warfare that's happening all the time, especially with YouBoob. So, but if you want to sign up for Telegram and get notifications, please do so. Again, a link will be in the description box below, along with part 1. And also, I have in the very bottom of the description box, I have 3 links. They're downloadable documents to multiple scriptures that support multiple raptures, the 144,000, and then also the fact that the innocent children will be taken on the 5th day. So that's August 25th/26th at midnight Pacific time is what I'm guesstimating, based on lots of movies and media, all kinds of media and everything, and things the Lord showed me, and what's in the Bible and stuff. That'll happen at that time, based on this timeline, if that's correct. So, and then if you want to get an accurate, or I should say detailed description of what my timeline is, it'll be linked, pinned to the top of the comments here and on part 1. So go into comments, go to the very top of comments, and the whole list of things for every day will be listed. My predictions so far of what will possibly happen on those days. Again, I'm doing my best to guess based on a lot of actually amazing information I have. I mean, I have thousands of bits of details over 4 years. We're talking thousands. I mean, I'm not the kind of person that does, hey, A plus B equals the rapture. I mean, or whatever. I put together a lot of information. That's why this video is going to be so long as well on this one. So anyway, moving on here. Let's get right into the meat of this. So, like I said last time on part 1, I went over the rule of Kalel. If you don't know it, just read it here, pause it, read it, or go watch part 1. So just remember, for you who are watching this, 4 equals 2 plus 2. So in this situation, that's one of the things they're hiding. 4 equals 2 plus 2. So it's hiding, 4 is hiding 2, 2, because 4 is 2 plus 2. It's hiding 2, 2. And then, because I'll refer to that several times instead of having to explain it every single time. And then 6 is hiding 2 plus 2 plus 2, because that's what 6 is. So 2, 2, 2. So 22 being the year 22, without using the 2000, of course, like we do abbreviate that all the time. And then 2022 without the 0. So that's what, and then also that 0 is hiding O. And I've explained that in the last video as well, so if you haven't watched it, definitely watch that. So 0 is hiding O, and so I'm going to explain several things with that as well. So moving on. Okay, so this is the timeline here. There's a lot of colors going on for what these things are. So this is the pre-day here and the first day. And then we go on through the first attack days. I explained that in the first video. And then the last day is here. Now I'm just going to focus on these ones mainly right here. The first days, I call them the first day and the last day. Because think about this, like let's say you have any particular time of day in this day right here, or any day, and then 24 hours later, we get you the same time in this day. But that's one day. It covers 2 days, but it would be one day, if that makes sense. So let's say it was like 5 p.m. the 21st, and then 24 hours later would be 5 p.m. Well, that's one day, but it covers 2 days. I hope that makes sense. That's kind of how they look at it in a way. There's also there's an event day and there's a reporting day. There's a day that happens on one part of the earth, and then the same day is going on this date on another part of the earth, that kind of thing. There's multiple reasons for that. But this is the first day, and this is the last day in a sense. And they're stretched out into 2 days. So in a sense, it's the first day, but there's a pre-day, so that they both together are the first day. And there's a 14th day, which is the last day, and then there's a post-day, but they're together. And each attack day is 2 days as well. So anyway, I've explained all that stuff in the past, but let's move on here. So this video is primarily going to be focused on the first day and the last day, or the first days and the last days. So that's how I'm going to preface this. Okay, I'm going to add a few other numbers, but mostly show you how many of just both of these days are in so many things, and they're in everything. I'm just showing you some things. I could literally do, right now I have at least 10 to 12 hours of material. I could literally go and show you, movie by movie by movie, show by show by show, even music video, and I mean, all kinds of stuff. iPad Goat, but I'm going to dive into some iPad Goat stuff and some other things, so to make this point. Okay, so here we go. So this whole idea that I want to get into is birth and laboring. So Romans 8:22, oh look, 8:22. Wow, imagine that. Okay, so Romans 8:22, and then this is the first day, 8:22. I mean, this is crazy, especially when it has to do with labor, and I'm going to show you here. I really love this scripture because it says that, for we know that the whole creation has been groaning together in pains of childbirth until now. And not only the creation, but we ourselves, we're talking about the faithful who have been the first fruits of the Spirit, grown inwardly as we wait eagerly for adoption as sons, the redemption of our bodies. So, my brothers and sisters are waiting that are in Christ. We're doing our best to walk with Christ. I mean, we're going to make mistakes, all kinds of stuff. We're not perfect, but we're doing our best to try to walk His way instead of our way, contrary to what a lot of worldly Christians do. And we're waiting. We're just waiting. We're groaning inwardly. But the idea that the childbirth has been groaning for this whole time since man, that's a long labor, or that's a long pregnancy. But there's a birth, okay? That's the point, is there's a birth. And that's what I've been saying for a long time. I literally have twin boys because I was talking about two sides of the coin, then I was talking about twin birth, and after I was talking about that for a while, months and months, then we found out we had twins. And it was just crazy. The Lord just making a point with that that's what's going on. We're having twins. It's going to be the Stinky BO, the 44th Pres, birth as the Antichrist, the world at the same time. The man-child is described in Revelation 12. It's going to be birthed into heaven, which is the body that is going to be joined to the head, which is Jesus, that's already in heaven, okay? And that's the man-child. And there's a number of reasons for all that. That's why it's the man-child, and it's his body versus him, and it's talking about him. And then I'm going to get into some of that as well with the Revelation 12 sign and things too here. But this general idea of this whole thing has been a birth pains or childbirth, and then there's going to be, it's a laboring process, okay? And that laboring process is hard, and we're groaning inwardly, the faithful, who are the Bible calls the first fruits. Okay, there's the main harvest of Christians, and then there's the gleanings and all that stuff. If you look at all that stuff, which really totally supports, again, the rapture and everything, if you understand about the harvest, the types of harvest, the barley, and then the wheat, and then the grapes. and all that kind of stuff. There's reasons for that. And then the timing of even just the regular harvest, the first fruits, the main harvest, and then the gleanings. And those are the times of the tribulation. This time of this pre-14 days is us, the barley, and then the main tribulation, or the one half of the tribulation that's not as hard, as not God's wrath, is going to be the wheat, and they need to be ground down in a sense to break that shell off them, so they get tender, and then they're able to be used as a harvest. And then the last, the gleanings of the field, or even the grapes that have to be smashed underfoot to get some juice out of them, and all kinds of stuff. It's just crazy. I'm not getting into all that right now, and then more specifically, Revelation 12, now a great sign appeared in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, with the moon under her feet, and on her head a garland of 12 stars. Then being with child, she cried out in labor and in pain to give birth. So she was in labor. Okay, so this 14 days are the final labor. Like, you imagine this whole time of maybe even 2,000 years roughly since Jesus died and then was rose again and went up to the Father. About 2,000 years of just general pregnancy. And you think about this last bit as the last day, or the last few hours when, the woman goes into labor. And, I know all about it. I was my wife's birth coach 3 times for 3 different pregnancies. The last pregnancy was twins. And that was crazy. Yeah, that was absolutely crazy, especially in a hospital. We did the first 2 at home in a tub. And she was very comfortable, and she had no drugs whatsoever. It was perfect. And then she was even more of a trooper. Because we were required by law in our state, if you have twins, you have to be in a hospital, which is just Nazism, basically, in my opinion. But because I trust God for all this stuff, and she didn't even have drugs during that. And there was all these nurses that came up to her, and even doctors that wanted to check this all out because they'd never seen it. A lot of them had never, or very rarely, seen anybody be in a hospital and not have drugs for the labor, especially for twins. And she's amazing. So kudos to my wife for so many things, including the twins. It was just such a blessing that she would be so faithful to endure that. But really, if you do it right, it's not as painful as it could be, as a lot of doctors and so-called professionals make it. So moving on here. So I'm going to cover labor, okay, and even labor, the day of labor, the thing I'm talking about being the 14 days, and how it's in gematria. It's covered it's all over in our media. It's the day of labor, even nights of labor, days and nights of labor. Okay, watch this. It's even in history and everything. So, okay, there's a lot I could cover, and I'm not going to because it'd be a lot longer. So let's move on. So labor is 4/8. What's 4/8? 2/28. Of course, that's Stinky B.O.'s birthday, and it has to do with labor. What a shock. I mean, Stinky B.O., the 44th birthday is the 4th of August, and it just happens to be labor. Are you kidding me? No, that's not a coincidence. And that's hiding 2/28, or the 22nd of August, this first day that's coming up right here. The pre-day of the 21st, and then the first day, 22nd. They are both the first day. Okay, that's how I'm saying this. And then if you look at this down here, if you go backwards, again, this is how these people do this: upside down, backwards, or both. Once in a while, it's forward, but hidden quite a bit different ways, quite a few different ways sometimes. So then 1 plus 8, or 8 plus 1 is 9, and then you just wipe out this 1 again. The rule of law, you could take out any 1. Okay, and then there's 5, and then we got 2, and then we switch this 1 and 2, which we do that anytime, one time at least. That's 2, and then 1 and 1 is 2, and then 2, that's 2022. And so people have asked me, are we really in the year? Yes, I'm getting 2022 and 22 so many times, like never before. It's off the charts. I've literally have thousands of them. I mean, it's just crazy. And I'm going to show you a number here in this video. So 9/5/2022 is represented by labor. Okay, well, what is that? And even the first day. So again, the first day through this day, the 14 days of labor, which is like the one day of labor. Okay, it's like the real labor, the one that your wife, or if you've had kids, you're the female, you've had kids, and you went through labor. It was hours, maybe, hopefully just a few hours of labor, but intense labor pains. Okay, so that's what the 14 day represents, and that's to show you the bookends of this, the first days and then the last days. Okay, boom, moving on. So as I've shared many times in the past, Jupiter entered Virgo, the Virgin, right? And Jupiter represents not in, in God's Mazzaroth of the constellations and everything. Original meaning of all this stuff is Jupiter represents the king planet, or Jesus, or his, in a sense, is going to be his body in this situation, because there was a similar sign that happened before he was born, and it had to do with Jupiter, and then it crossing over Regulus to become the Star of Bethlehem is what I'm trying to say. Okay, but in this situation, it's entering Virgo on 11/20. It entered Virgo on 11/20/2016, and then it bounced around retrograde motion from our view from Earth like this, bounced around like a baby in the womb. I mean, it's just crazy. That's the body shape. I mean, yeah, it's like kind of like a stick figure, but that's kind of the body. And it's bouncing around in here like in the body, and then it comes out between the legs. I mean, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And it comes out, and it's in there for how long? 293 days. And what is that? Well, that's really close to 280 days, the standard pregnancy time, which is close to 9 months, right in there around 9 months. But what is it more accurately with the book of Revelation? Because this is the Revelation 12 sign. If you don't believe it, it doesn't matter. The evidence I've shown over the years is phenomenal that this is Revelation 12 sign, including what I'm going to show you now. So the 293 days in prophetic months and years is 9 30-day periods plus 23 days. So if you go 9 30-day periods, that's 270, and there's 23 days left over. So you have 9 30-day periods and 23 days, and that's 923. And you see this 9's in the middle of 23 already. So look at that. They're both 923 in a sense. I wonder what the message is. The message of both of these is 9-5, because 9 and then 2 plus 3 is 5. Or Stinky BO is 23, or 2 3s, and then 9 just gets kicked off, because anything you add 9 to stays the same. So we have 9-5 is the message. Okay, and it came out right at 9-9, and then the 14 days later, after that, again, 14 days. This is the bookend on this side of the 14 days. Right after the birth was 14 days, and right before the birth is 14 days. And then what the days in between I'm going to show here in a second. But that's 14 days, again, the birthing process, or the labor part, okay? Now, this is the Revelation 12 sign in a sense. I'm not showing every bit of it. This is something I just grabbed here, but there was an alignment. So again, Jupiter exited between the legs right here, roughly, and then migrated about here, and then there was an alignment of these planets. And then we have even Regulus here, which means king star. And we have the king planet down here, and then these different. And one thing that's not included in most Revelation 12 sign depictions is down here is Saturn. Oops, sorry, down here farther. Down here is Saturn, okay? And I've shown that. So there's literally 5 planets, the sun, Jupiter, I mean, that kind of stuff. The sun, even the moon's down here and all this stuff, kind of this crazy alignment. So, which is extremely rare. And for, again, Jupiter to be in Virgo for that amount of times and come out between the legs, and so many more things I'm going to cover right now. So, but 923 is when the sign happened, 14 days after it came out of between the legs. And then what's 923? Again, 923 again. How many 923s have you shown you so far? A few. And that's 9-5. That's real end date, okay? And then let me show you also, just to remind you, this one, when that attack happened on those 2 buildings, remember in New York, remember? Okay, 9, 1, and then 1, and 2, and then 0, 0, 1. Okay, right? And that's that number. But what this really is showing is this is 9, and then 2, and then 3. Okay, and what's that really, again, what's that really depicting? That. Okay, so that's the real day they're looking forward to. That is the actual, so the first day is a birth of the, I'll just talk about the Antichrist. The first day is the birth. The 5th day, 4th/5th day, then he dies on the 7th day, and then it's reported on the 8th day, which is the day Trump will dies. And then there's another birth where when he's dead, he comes back to life, which is really a rebirth. And that's when lightning falls from heaven, and then it strikes his dead body, and that's when Satan is fallen, kicked out of heaven, and it goes into his body. Stinky BO, I call him Beelzebub Butthead, and many other things. He's going to come back to life, and that's another birth. And then the birth to the world is that last day of 9-5. Okay, that's how this works. Okay, so look from 9-9. Remember the Jupiter came right out of the between the legs, out of the body, between the legs, right here, right out of the body. You're at 9-9, 2017, and to 9-5 is what we're going to here. See, look, 1,822 days. Well, what's significant about that? A few things. Well, look at this. See this? 822. The birthday, the first day, see that? And you can just take away 1 with the rule of Kalal. So you got 822 right here. Whoa, that's crazy. And even more than that, check this out. In Strong's, oh wait, let me show you this first. That's also 1 plus 8 is 9, and then 2 plus 2 is 4. Because 9, 4, 9, 5, and 9, 4, remember, with the last day, 9, 5, and 9, 4. Okay, there's a lot of things you can do with this, and you can see stuff in these depictions here. There's so much in here. And that's where usually they have hidden messages and stuff in here, as far as, you know, that confirm this time frame here. But I'm going to show you what's also really cool about this. By the 1822 days, boom. It's called Exartizo. Exartizo is to complete or to fully equip, or to equip fully, okay? And that's what we, you know, the people that are waiting, the remnant, the faithful, we're going to be equipped fully on that day and taken up. We're going to be completely complete. It's going to be awesome, and that's not a coincidence at this time. You should be happy about this. Again, these are Strong's numbers in Strong's concordance, and every, you know, it's kind of like a dictionary of the Bible. It shows all the words in the Bible and all their meanings and what they mean, everything, all their definitions, I should say. Okay, so and then there's a correlation that God's made to those to make, you know, to have messages, hidden messages, in these kind of things. And then look for 923 again, 14 days after the Jupiter broke the plane of the body, and then made the, you know, was in the position to make the sign of, you know, the alignment of the stars and the planets and everything. 923 to again 95, that day again is 1808 days. What's that? Well, that's 8/8, which is the first portal day, and then this is the last portal day, which is this again. This is 826 because 8 is 2 and 6. There's so much going on in there. I'm not going to explain everything. But what is that? 1808 is, look, to lift up or to remove. When? On this day. This day was the sign, and this day is when it's going to happen. Because 9, 2 plus 3 is 5. That's crazy. Okay, anyway, this is crazy. And again, I'm my massive guess, but this is pretty crazy how this is all lining up like this. And many, many things. So what day is Labor Day in 2022? They even abbreviated to 22. Okay, like I showed. So September 5th is that day that I just showed you is this year Labor Day. Crazy. Again, Labor Day, the day of labor. Not then as far as work. There's a reason why they call it, is they share the same name of work and also of work when you're, you know, delivering a baby. They're both work, but also to kind of hide what it's really meaning. That means the female labor of you know, childbearing of a pregnancy and then ultimately a birth. So plan your, this is what they say right here, and this is all planned right here as well, because this is on Google, okay? And it's just crazy how they do this together. Plan your end of summer barbecues for the weekend of September 3rd, since this year's Labor Day falls on Monday, September 5th. This one is extra special since it will be the 140th anniversary of the holiday. And look, and then they post it on August 4th, which is the first day. That's the first day, which is, in a sense, August. Remember, 2 plus 2 in labor was 8, 4, or 4, 8. And then so August 2 plus 2 is 4. And then that is the last day. That's a coincidence. Again, first day, last day, marking out the 14 days. Remember? And then Labor Day itself, in reverse single reduction, is 4, 8 again. And then the Fibonacci is just there's many other numbers. Like when I show you numbers, there's going to be so many other numbers to support this. I just want to make certain, put light on certain things for certain points. And this is one of those things. So I'm using these right now to show the first day, boom, and then the last day, boom. And that's 9, 5 backwards. And it's funny how they're both backwards, huh? So 8/22, which is, or, you know, I guess if you're in other countries like in Europe and stuff, you know, you do this way. It's a more correct way. Day, month, and year. Not month, day, year like Americans do it, not maybe other places. But this is actually more accurate. We're just used to being backwards here in the United States because we're backwards. So, okay, whatever. Anyway, here we go. And then look, it says Monday. Is the reason why it falls on a Monday? Yes, because Monday, and just give you an example here, and satanic and wow, reverse satanic. Man, I gotta speak. Okay, I gotta speak a little bit better here. Okay, I'm a little tired, and you know, whatever, for different reasons. Okay, let me speak a little bit. Okay, so satanic is look, of course, 822, of course. Okay. 822, obviously, and then the Lord's been showing me the last few months how the particular cipher and its reverse, they go together in a lot of situations, especially when it's about these things. And I've been learning a ton about that, and I'm sharing, you know, last few videos I've been sharing some of that, and I'm gonna share a lot in this video. It's really crazy. So, and then what's 300? Remember, 0 is O. So 300 is 300. 300 is 366, because O is 15, 15 is 1 plus 5 is 6. 366, and then 3 and 6 plus 6 is 12. So 3 and 1 is 4 and 2. And what's 4? Remember from earlier, 2 and 2. So we have 2 and 2 and 2, and there it is, 2 and 2 and 2. 8222222. August 22nd, 2022. This is Monday. And Monday also happens to be in English Ceramic. The reason why I'm showing this in different ways is it also has to be 432, which is what? Backwards, the 234th day of the year. What's the 234th day of the year backwards? Or that 432 backwards, or 234. That's the 234th day of the year is 822. Okay, right there, boom. And then what is Monday as the Fibonacci? 615. What's 615? Upside down and backwards, because 1 could be a slash, 5/9, or 9/5 backwards, the last day. First day, last day. I'm going to show this pattern quite a bit. Okay, and then look, in September 5th, or in this Labor Day description, again, end of summer barbecues they want to say, because that's a message. End of summer barbecue, I'll show you. End of summer is 164 in reverse ordinal. Again, backwards is reverse ordinal as opposed to English ordinal. So 6 slash, and then 4 is 2 and 2. Remember, 4 is 2 and 2. And then this one is backwards again, 9, and then switch the 5 and the 1, or 9, 1, it can be a 1 or slash, 9/5. So we have the first day being, in this situation, August is the 6th month on the Roman calendar. That's another way they hide it, but then it's the 8th month on the Gregorian calendar. So again, but this is still the first day, and that is the last day. Okay, and if you can imagine, if you turn this 6 upside down, and you turn this whole thing upside down, it would be 9/22 backwards, and that's 9/5. So, see how they mess with this? You can literally make this, but just upside down and backwards. Literally 6/22 is upside down and backwards, 9/122, which is 9/5. It's crazy. Okay, that's how this stuff works and is hidden in so many ways. And then shorten the barbecue to barbecue is what they do a lot of times as well. Barbecue, and that's 95. Look at that, 95. The last day just happens to be that. And then they also shorten it to BBQ, which is, they call it 3 letters and 3 words, because any separate entity here is a word, they call it. So I guess because A is a word, okay? But so BBQ is 21. Remember 21 in my first video? 21 was what? Phi, because Stinky BO is Phi, and he's also 33, and he's also Bob, and you go, oh, that's a stretch, because where's the O? Well, in this situation, O goes back to a 0, and the 0 is not there. Again, so that's Bob, and guess what? Bob is Q. Barack Obama is Q. Okay, I'm telling you, I'm going to share some reasons why he is Q. And I have in many videos, I have several videos in the past, I bring all kinds of information about how he is. I'm going to share some of that in this video because I want to show you this. So I'm going to jump into that. But right here, look at this. BBQ, it just had to be Q is 17, 1 plus 7 is 8, 2, 2, because that is his birth. So of course it would be Bob is Q, because that's the first day. Of course. And then also, because what else is Q? B-O, because I call him Stinky B-O, because the first 2 letters of his name. And B is 2, O is 15, 2 plus 15 is 17. What's Q? 17. B-O is Q. I have so many things to share I'm not going to do in this video. Okay, I'm going to share some things. Another way that I've shared before is, this is Stinky B-O. He is really a female. He's a female and a male. He's a Baphomet, but physically more female than male, but it's been hidden to look like male. So, and right here it says, I am Q. I am Q. And then I am Q, you, right here, you, it's her. This is her body. This is pointing to her as well, but this is her body. I'm Q, you. Okay, is that Oprah Winfrey? No. Is Oprah Winfrey Q? No. It's CBO, and I'm going to show you, all you got to do is look at the symbols and the gematria and all kinds of stuff, and it will tell you. And I'll tell you some of those things. And, of course, you know, numbers that equate to his birthday and his number, okay? Then, of course, that would tell you, as opposed to anybody else's birthday and number, okay? So, you couldn't bring a case of anybody that would match like Stinky BO does, because they don't. Okay, because I've looked at many other people and many other things like that. Okay, I've done all that kind of research. Okay, boom. So watch this. I'm going to show you first. Okay, so there's Stinky BO right here, depicted in iPad Goat as a caricature Well, he's a character already. And then look, his ears are like horns. See those? The way his ears are anyway. He's got the ears that stick out. And he's depicted like he's pointing, his tassel telling the truth, pointing to the dragon. He's trying to eat the egg, and that's why he has white gloves on, because it looks like a cracked egg. His secret looks like a cracked egg and trying to eat it, but he's acting like he's laughing into his hands because it says LOL right here. But LOL means something else. And he's really trying to eat the man-child from the egg before he... And then you'll see there is a baby in an egg that's eventually cracks out of the Ludwig's head and escapes before Draco can grab it in iPad Go. But anyway, he's sitting on a chair, and then she's wearing something. So this is Stinky BO, and this is Stinky BO. Why they're the same? Because they're both... He's sitting on, and then he, as a female, is wearing mauve. Okay, mauve. So he's sitting on a mauve office chair, and she's wearing a mauve, a little bit darker, but you can see how it's not pink and it's not purple. It's in between. It's a kind of a purpley pink. Okay, so he's sitting on a mauve office chair, and she's wearing a mauve cardigan. Okay, that's what that is. Okay, the way the cardigan comes down, everything that and buttons and everything, that's a cardigan. So now check this out. Okay, mauve office chair just happens to be 822. 1 plus 7 is 822. And remember, 6 is 2 plus 2 plus 2, or 222. So 822, 222. Boom. Mauve cardigan just happens to be, what, 923. And then you could share this one, because these are connected now, because these are all one now, okay? Because reverse, I'm telling you, I've learned recently how these two, when you put the forward and the reverse a lot of times together, they can share things. It's one equation or one thing together. This one comes over here, and then these can be reduced. So this is showing what it can be reduced down to. So 714 is the number, but 7 plus 1 plus 4 is 8. Again, this is all 8-4. Another way of looking at this is the first day being 8-4, 822. And then this is 932, and get rid of the 1, the rule of Kalel, right? So we've got first day and last day, but also this is 923, and then 1 comes over here to make this a 4, because this is a minimum reduction here down to a 3. 1 plus 3 is 4, and 4, remember, is 22. So 923, 22. Or they could be 84, 822, and 932, which is 95. 95 and 84, or 95 and 822. Okay, anyway, hopefully that makes sense. So that's showing that both his birthdays and everything right there. Okay, down here we have L-T-N. L-T-N is 142 and 263. Now, what's this? So we have 6 plus 3 is 9. Then we have 2, so we have 9, 2. And then what's over here? 2, 1. So 9, 2, and 2 and 1 is 9, 5. And then 4 is 22. I mean, we can also do it a different way. We can do 9 and then 4 and 1, and then we have 22 left over. 9, 4 and 1 is 9, 5, and then 22 is the year. However you want to do that. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm not putting numbers above here. I will at times, but I'm also just going to explain it, so hopefully it makes sense. And that's the case. Okay, it's crazy. Plus, if you look at this backwards, 11/7 is how many days left over on that day. So 9/5, September 5th, is the 248th day of the year with 117 days left over. 117 backwards is what that is. That's not a coincidence. And then it says here, IMQ, because it points right to her head, and it's also IMQU, okay? There's a number of reasons for all this. These have multiple meanings. I'm going to show you some of those. So IMQ, even though they have double of the same letter, but uppercase, everybody knows that represents I, that represents M, both upper and lowercase. So it can be IMQ, or it can be both I's, both M's, both Q, and both U's down here. So plus, if you notice, this has a blue border around it. These have an ultraviolet border, and this has a blue border. So it's focusing on these right here in a way also, even though these are all a message. These are all separate messages, different ways. I'm telling you, I'm going to share with you what that is. But if you just look at M and Q, that's 4, because M is 13 and Q is 17. That's 4-8 or 8-4. Again, that's his birthday, CKBO, and it's right here, 4-8, 8-4, upside down, 8-4, and that's his birthday. It's birthday, okay? It's birthday, I should say. So IMQ is 234. What's 234? Again, 822. August 22nd is the 234th day of the year. What's also 234th day of the year? 822. LOL. Well, you see Obama's laughing at LOL on the teleprompter. And then also, believe it or not, it's one of the many reasons why I look at for variancials. I'm going to call it variancials of the V and Russ. of the virus that's coming is tau is 234. The 234th day of the year, again, it's 822. So there's a number of things right there. And then check this out. In her hair is a backwards 3. Okay, this is a 3, but it's backwards, and it looks like a serpent. Okay, and then we have 2, 2. You know, skull and bones kind of thing, 3, 2, 2. There's a reason why that is, and I'm going to show that right here. But backwards 3 and 22, backwards 3 and 22 is what? 822, and then 6. When 6, remember, is 222. 2 plus 2 plus 2. Also, we have, again, 923, which is 95. And we'll call you get rid of the 1. So we literally have 95 and 822, the bookends of the 14 days right there. Boom. The first day, and then that's actually the post day. But again, they're both the first 2 days and the last 2 days of the day. First and last day. I'm just going to say that. First day, last day, or this could be the year. And again, same thing with right here. 9, 5, there's 1 left over. 1 can go over here and make that 4, and that 4 would be 22. Hopefully you follow this. It's really crazy. I'm hoping I'm explaining it well enough, but it's not super easy unless I take a lot more steps, and this will be a lot longer video. Then right down here we have as well, if you just move this 5 right here over, and then you have, move the 5 over here for a second. You have 1, 7, 5. So that'd be 8, 5, and you add this 1 to that. That'd be 9, 5, 22. 9, 5, 22. Okay, there's just so many ways you can do this, and you would even do it kind of backwards this way. But anyway, so again, we have the last day, we have the first day and the last day, or just the first day and the year, last day and the year. It's crazy. Okay, that's why this is happening, because how this all works together and how they become each other is crazy. And then she's looking disgusted. She's looking at George Bush, the caricature in the iPad, go dancing around looking like a fool, because he's a fool, still is a fool. And she's looking at him, that's a disgusted look. Okay, so I'm saying she's looking disgusted. And again, look at this. If we put this with this, we have 9. And I'm going to do it this way. 9, and then 4 and 1 is 5, and then 1 and 1 is 2, and 2 is 22. Hopefully that makes sense. 9, 5, 22. And if you just put these together, move one, or just typically 1 around, and you'll see it all right there. Or sometimes 1 in each one. Move 1 here, and move 1 here, and then put them together. Hopefully that makes sense. And then right here we have also, this works with this. These are both, this is English extended, this is reverse. So we have, what do we have here? We have 9, and then 6 and 5 is 1 and 1, which is 2, and then we have 3, and then we have 22. So a 9, 5, or just say 9, yeah, whatever. It's 9, or how about this? Okay, let's do it this way. 9, 2, 3 right here. 9, 2, 3, or 2, 3, 9. 9, 5, and this 2 goes over here with this 2 and becomes 22. Okay, I hope that makes sense. It's all there. And then if you look at it this way, again, multiple meanings, multiple things showing I am you, QU. I am QU together is, look, 84 and 288. What's 84 again? 84 is 228 or 822. And then this is 288. What's this? This is his birth, represented with this 4 being 2 and 2, 822. And this is his birth in the world of 4th of August. But this is also his birth too, which is 2 and then hiding 8 plus 8 is 16. So 216. 8-4 is the 216th day of the year, or 28-8, or the 28th of August is his death day on my timeline. So we got birth and death. Birth of 8-4, his original birth, or 8-22, and his death will be 28th of August. Crazy. You also have 2 8s and 1 8, which is 888, and that's the symbol of the transition, as well as 88. 88. Marty McFly the DeLorean went 88 miles an hour to go from one time frame to the other time frame, and that's where we're going. One time frame to the other time frame, and 88 and 888 mark those out, as well as 666, birth of the Antichrist, and all that kind of stuff. And every single date of these attached to some version of 666, and I'm going to show that even more as we go. And then look, so for example, so if you say I am you, and that's something right here, but so then also you can say I am, and then what is this? So I am, and then, or again, he's the false God. He's the false I am. Get it? I am. God calls himself the great I am. And then the false God says I am. And then QU. What's QU? Because he says I am. And then what's the product of that? QU. Well, what is QU? QU is 822. It's 822. And then 6 is made up of 2 plus 2 plus 2. Or 222. Again, August 22nd, 2022. QU. I am on that day. He is God on that day, or begins to be God, so-called fake God, right? Okay, on that day. That's how this works. Again, we have the same thing. Again, these are both outlined by ultraviolet. See, that's what makes them separate from the other ones here. And even most of the other ones. If you look at all the other ones over here, they're hard to see most of the time. But a lot of them are outlined with blue, and only a few are outlined with ultraviolet, and there's reasons for that. And by the way, only the O and the Z in this grouping are not slanted, okay? And that's because O and Z is 6. O is 6, 15. O is 15, which is 1 plus 5 is 6. And then Z is 26. So you have 6 and then 26, which is August 26th, the first attack day. And that's why they're slanted, because it's been attacked and they're slanted. Okay, how would that make sense? Because that's August being the 6th month or 8th month in the Gregorian. But that's 6 and then 26. Anyway, okay. So again, we have the same thing. I don't have to re-explain that, but it's the same thing I just showed you earlier. His birthday, the 216th day, also his death day, 28th of August. Boom. Okay. And then also, if you look at here, just exactly what it says, M, small m and capital M, small q and capital Q in ultraviolet square, because that's what they are, okay? That is 8, and with the 8 over, and you have 1 and 1 and 2, which is 8, 2, 2. And then we have 6 is 2 plus 2 plus 2. We also have, again, 9, 1 plus 4 is 5, 9, 5 the last day, and 1 share over here with 3 is 4, and 4 is really 2, 2. So we had the last day and the last day in the year, 22, as abbreviated by 22, and then the first day, and then the year completely without the 0, but 2, 2, 2. I mean, are you kidding me? How many times am I going to show this? Many times, because it's in everything. It's all over the place. Okay, so she is a black woman with green eyes, orange eyeshadow, pink lipstick, light and dark brown hair, light brown and dark brown hair right there, okay? And just that brief description. In fact, you can do any abbreviated version of this. You can say black woman with green eyes, and it would be the numbers. You can say black woman with green eyes and orange eyeshadow, the numbers. You say black woman with green eyes, orange eyeshadow, and pink lipstick, the numbers. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm just giving you some examples because I'm not going to do every one of them. But if I did just the ones I'm showing you here, look, 228. And then what's up here? 711, which is 9-5. Again, last day and first day. Last day, 7 plus 1 plus 1 is 5, 9 plus 5 is 9-5. September 5th, the last day, and first day being, in a sense, first day because it's 2 days, 228, 22nd of August. Last day, first day. Again, bookends all over the place. I can keep showing you until my face is blue. And I'm talking until I can't speak anymore because my throat's scratchy and annoying. Even now. Anyway, I got to get a little bit of a drink here, actually, now that I'm remembering that. Okay, I could pause it, but I'm just going to do that. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. And then I'm going to even do more than that. Now watch. I'm going to add even the disgusted part. So, okay, up here, by the way, this is 2 and this is 4. Remember? 2 and then 4 is 2, 2. So we got 2, 2, 2. 2, 2, 2 being the year. And then we have, look, 1, 2, 8, or August, backwards, August 21st, the pre-day to the first day. And then what is this? Black woman with green eyes, orange eyeshadow, pink lipstick, light and dark brown hair, mauve cardigan. I add the mauve cardigan, and looking disgusted. All those things I talked about her, and it's just had to be 1, 2, 8, or August 21st, the pre-day to August 22nd. And we have 2 and 4, a 2, 2, 2. I mean, are you kidding me? This just keeps happening. If you're not starting to see it now, you're not going to see it. You're gonna have to wait for things to blow up and people to die before you start seeing things, start opening up your mind and your heart and everything else, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm trying to bring it to you. Here's another one. Again, this is Frank Baconis because we have capital here, because that's how you start a sentence. Black woman with green eyes, orange eyeshadow, pink lipstick, and all this stuff. Same thing. We have 822. Again, 822. Again, that was the other part of the first day. We had 821, 822 right here. And then the other ones I'm going to show you with that same exact phrase is 9978. Okay, anything you add 9 to say the same. We're going to get rid of this 9. We have 978. What does it remind you of? Again, this is English Sumerian. This is a reverse on what's normal English Sumerian. 978, Stinky B.O., the 44th prez right there. And it just so happens that his name is 9, 7 plus 8, or 9, 7 plus 8 is 15, or 9/5. And then right here, What is his name made up of? 18 letters and 3 words, which is 8, 1, and 3 is 8, 4. That's his birthday, August 4th, and that's the first day. And then what's this number? The last day, 9. 7 plus 8 is 15, or 1 is slash. 1 is 1 or slash, or you can remove it. Okay, now, which is so crazy, I'm going to show you a lot of things in iPad Goat that's secretly hidden. They're related to Obama because they're wrapped in ultraviolet, okay? Or the character or the whatever it is, the subject has to do with the representation of Obama, okay? Being ultraviolet. And why is that? Because when he finally gets possessed by the, Satan as coming down, lightning falling from heaven, like Jesus said in Luke 10:18, I see Satan as lightning falling from heaven, and he's got to fall somewhere. He's going to fall into Obama's dead body, and then he's going to repossess him and become Satan incarnate in a human being and be his representation. So, CKBO, okay, as the Antichrist. Okay, so, but ultraviolet is is an example of him because it's the highest vibration of light. This ultraviolet scale of light is the highest vibration of light. So that's why the enemy uses that as a representation of him, one of the many representations. But as far as light goes, ultraviolet is the best representation of him, or in a sense purple or violet. But ultraviolet is the wavelength of light that is the highest vibration. So that's why. Okay, and then think about this: the Black Panther as a character in Marvel, okay, he's energized by the ultraviolet color. Man, I can speak today. Woo! Ultraviolet color, okay, and many other things, okay. And Black Panther just happens to be 666, of course. Hello, okay, and he's represented by that as well. Because what's a panther? A panther is really a leopard, and in the Bible and Revelation and things, and in Daniel it talks about the leopard, and he's the leopard. In fact, in DIA, there's pictures of him when he was younger standing on the murals, and he's standing right in front of the leopard. Because he's the leopard. He's literally standing right where the leopard is in this one particular mural at DIA with all these crazy apocalypse, end of the world murals in DIA. And that's where he actually lives. He lives down underneath there. He has a base down underneath there. And my daughter told me that when she was 4 and a half and didn't even know who he was. And a couple of years later saw him on TV. Said, "That's the man, Daddy." No, have no idea who he was. Just knew he was in her dream. That he was telling people on computers to make tornadoes, earthquakes, and hurricanes. And that was a guy in a suit, and she said, "That's the man," on TV years later, and it shocked the heck out of me. And then, because a couple weeks earlier, the Lord told me that he was the Antichrist, and then my daughter saw him on TV and said, "That's the man," didn't even know who he was, didn't know that was a president, anything like that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's him. And that was who she saw in her dream. Anyway, so moving on here. So I'm going to show you some depictions in iPad Goat. Okay, so it kind of sets the tone there with these two characters. This one, he was just himself. He has that ultraviolet tassel, and again, it's attached to him in a sense, so that's him, okay? And then he's also, Bush is a version of him because ultraviolet's in the D, as in kind of like a dunce, it's a dunce cap, but a D also represents secretly Donald, as in Trumple, okay? Because he's a president also. Anyway, so D, but the D is an ultraviolet D, okay? Not pink, it's ultraviolet, if you look at it closely, and the white tends to make it look a little bit lighter, that's surrounding it, so, but it's an ultraviolet D. Okay, so ultraviolet tassel just happens to be, again, 822, and 6 is 222, hello, and ultraviolet D just happens to be 95, and share the 1 over to the right, and you got 11, 111, and you add a 1, that's 22. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm just going to explain like that to move on, not to go through just redundancy after redundancy every single time. Okay, and then you have Lily, and you have the rabbit behind her that represents the first day because she drops the apple on the first day. And as the apple rolls, it's one day, one day, one day, because there's a spot on the apple that's the sun, and every time it revolves, it's one revolution of the Earth around the sun or whatever, Earth around the sun, the rotation of the Earth with the sun, whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, and then but in that is in the rabbit's ear, there's an ultraviolet in rabbit ear. And that's how you could do. You could add more words to this, and it would still equal something. But when you make it super concise, kind of like you think of the perfect example of this. It's like in a newspaper or magazine quote, ultraviolet in rabbit ear. You don't say in a rabbit's exactly ear. And what they don't have to say everything. They make it very brief. Not like sometimes we fit it in an area, but also it's gematria. And so the ultraviolet in rabbit ear is boom. And like I said, sometimes they add more words, and it's numbers too. I'm just going to show you how this is right here. But so again, we have 5 plus 4 is 9, and then 2, and then 3 is 9, 5, 9, 2, 3. Again, they love the 9, 2, 3. Why do they love the 9, 2, 3? And they show that most of the time when they're representing the 9, 5. Because 9, 2, 3 is the 266th day of the year, which is 2 6s and 1 6. 266 is 2 6 1 6, which is 666. Anyway, it's also the first attack day, which is the 26th of the 6th month, August, as in the Roman calendar, 266. It's also the gestation of a twin. 266 days versus 288 days on a normal pregnancy is 266. And who's the 266th Pope? The false prophet, the Pope, yeah, Francis. He's the 266th Pope because he represents these things. And then why did Obama and the Obamazels, the Antichristals, and the Popesals meet together on 9/23/2015? Because it was the 266th day of the year, which is 2 6s and 1 6. And many, again, this all comes together. It's, there's a lot going on there. See, they were signing a pact for the end of they're doing a ritual and kind of making a pact for the end of the United States, and then bringing on the tribulation, which is going to be years later. And then 5 days later was that, what I shared in this last video into part 1, 5 days later was the blood moon of 4 blood moons, the last blood moon of 4 blood moons, and then exactly seven prophetic years later is 8/22/2022. That's just a coincidence. No, it's not. Okay, and then we have rabbit. What's crazy about rabbit? Again, rabbit represents a transition. A lot of times you'll see a white rabbit or rabbit in movies and stuff. I mean, Donnie Darko. I mean, there's Matrix. I mean, there's all kinds of movies with white rabbits and stuff. In fact, the iPad Goat has white rabbits all over many scenes. I've shown those. With the New York scene with stuff in the sky, there's white rabbit. I mean, it's the transition. It means the portal. Because what does it mean, ultimately, that people don't know until now? We did knock out the I, because I is 9. And what do we have right here? Look, we have 8, and then move the 8 over. They have 8, 1 and 1 is 2, and 2, 8, 22, 22, 8, 2, 2, 22, 8, 2, 2, 22, as in 2022. This is crazy. We can also have 8, 11, 2022. 2022, 8/11, 2022. Anyway, but that's what it is, because that's the first transition, the first day. And there's other things as well in here as well. So, and anyway, moving on here. So, boom. And then look, like I said, the Matrix, there's the white rabbit right on this girl's shoulder. The white rabbit. It's a transition. Transition from him going from having a certain life as, going from, oh gosh, what was his name again? He's going to become Neo, Mr. Anderson. Yeah, Mr. Anderson. He was Mr. Anderson, okay? God, I can't think of his first name right now. But anyway, I'm sure some people say, oh, it's this guy. I'll think of it. Mr. Anderson, okay, Mr. Anderson. To becoming Neo is the transition. So that's what the white rabbit represents. 2 different worlds. Going from one world to the other world, okay? And that's white rabbit, okay? And the Matrix just happens to be freakishly the first day and the last day. Incredibly, to massively prove my point, just massively prove it. 234th day of the year is 8/22. The 248th day of the year is 9/5. Are you kidding me? Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? No, I'm just kidding. Are you not blown away? Okay, are you kidding? Follow the white rabbit is what it said. When you woke up, you looked at the screen, follow the white rabbit. What is that saying? Well, it told it, follow the white rabbit, which is follow the white rabbit in the English ordinal is 233. Okay, and then follow the white rabbit in Francis Bacon, because we've got these things here, okay, is 311. What's 311? 3 times 11 is 33. But what is it? That's a little hint of what we're talking about. Also 2 3s and 1 3, which is 333. What are we talking about? Follow the white rabbit is what? Barack Insane Obama. And then this is because this is English ordinal and this is reverse. This is going to be backwards 323, but forward 323. And then these are both the same way, forward and reverse, Francis Bacon. They're both 311. Because follow the white rabbit is a code for him. Either this way, Barack Hussein's Obama's, or Barack Hussein's Obama's second on his birth certificate. This is how it is, 311 or 323. And these all mean 333 and 311 is 33. 33 and 333. And he's both. Because what's 333 times 2 is 666. And he's 33. And I'm going to show you more about that later. That will absolutely blow your mind and why he's really 33. Why ultimately is he 33? And the Lord's uncovered it for me a few days ago, and I about fell off my chair. And hopefully I'm going to pass that on to you. I'm going to make you fall off your chair, hopefully, and now that your brain busts out the back of your head and go down the street. You got to go find it like it did to me. Jesus did that to me. Okay. Anyway, the white rabbit is also 228. The white rabbit. Follow the white rabbit, Stinky B.O. And the white rabbit, follow the white rabbit is 228. I mean, are you kidding me? How? You can't make this stuff up. Am I not bringing it? Am I not proving it? If you don't get that, I'm sorry. I cannot help you. All I can do is bring the horse to water. I can't make him drink. Okay? I'm just telling you. I'm telling you. Believe it or not. Okay, so the white rabbit, 228. I mean, come on. Come on, people. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. My goodness gracious, Lord help me. Okay. Also, that is, there's so much in here I'm not even getting into right now. Okay. And then right here, we also have ultraviolet in Lily's white dress. So if you look at the white dress, you can see a little bit of sheen of ultraviolet right here. Again, that represents the bird. That represents Stinky B.O. also in here. Ultraviolet in Lily's white dress. I'm not going to cover every single thing that's in the iPad Go that represents Obama and why, and also even spell it out with ultraviolet and how it becomes your mantra exactly. By the way, this is ultraviolet in Lily's white dress is 8/22/2022. Okay, Tick says 222. And then Lily white dress. That's one way you can describe white is lily white, but Lily white dress is what it is. It's a lily, and it's Lily and her white dress. Lily white dress. Okay, 228, and then again 2. 1 and 1 is 2, and 4 is hiding 2 and 2, so that's 222. Or 6 is 2 plus 2 plus 2. So 228, 222. How do I keep coming with the same numbers? I literally throw in anything in this anything your heart desires, and this stuff just won't come up every single time. I mean, we're talking about how many chances in one is just, and then for them to keep happening as I'm showing you in iPad Goat. I mean, each time it happens, it's exponential growth. It's exponentially more and more impossible. Okay, now look at this. This is the character called Draco, okay? And he's represented by, he's the god of money, which is Satan, okay, and all that stuff. He looks like money. He's got the stuff of money. He's also Lincoln. He's got the Lincoln beard. And then there's an upside down 5, like on the $5 bill, because Lincoln's on the $5 bill. There's so much thing I can share about this. I mean, so much things I've uncovered with iPad Goat, and I finally get down to brass tacks. A lot of people talk about iPad Goat and stuff like that, but they don't get to what does it mean? What's happening? Who's the Antichrist? What's happening to people? What's happening to the children? What's going on here? What rapture's here? What's happening there? Who's dying? I'm showing all these detailed information. Who else is? Because the Lord Jesus is showing me this stuff to scream to you before it happens. To get you to repent, to get you to come to Him. Because He loves you that much. He could just say, just let it happen. Not give you any warning and just let you get broadsided, killed, or just have your whole family wiped out before you have a chance to warn them and even save them or even help them in any way. He doesn't want that. He doesn't want that. The only reason why this stuff's coming is to wake people up. Listen, this stuff would never have come if people weren't listening to Him and obeying Him and trying to live their lives godly, or at least do the best they can. But most people don't want to do that. They want to follow the world's way, want to follow what the devil has presented instead of the life God's presented. And they don't want to give up their own freedoms for God's so-called freedom. When I say that, I mean God's freedom is real freedom. But it requires a lot of things from people to give up their own self, in a sense. They give up their own selfish desires and go His way. And when you do that, you'll get oh man, yeah, it's hard for sure, but it gets easier and it gets better and it gets more freeing and it's peaceful, and it's the only way. It's the only way in Christ through what God has provided. That's it. And if you think there's any other way, that is foolish. That is absolute foolishness. And you just haven't figured it out yet, but hopefully you will. I'm hoping you will. I'm hoping that some of the stuff I show you will see that. And the reason why the Lord wants to present it this way is because that's how you get through to people a lot of times. Plus, it's showing the enemy, showing people what the enemy's doing and wake you up to it a little bit. He's trying to control you on every little thing. Every little thing. And iPad Go is like kind of a format to show some of this stuff. But I'm showing you, and I'm going to show you more movies and different things. And I have for, 4 years, 4+ years. And all kinds of stuff. And all the programming. And I keep going here. So right here, look. Okay, so Draco is 9. Again, 9. 4 plus 1 is 9, 5. And then 4 is 22. That's just a coincidence. It just happens to be those numbers. I mean, come on. Draco. And then what's going on right here with his mouth? He's got these sharp teeth, and there's a gold tooth right here, which is it's the 1, 2, 3, 5th gold tooth, and that's the gematria. Anyway, he's got a ultraviolet tongue. It's a dark ultraviolet, but he's got like this greenish, green bluish like face. When he really comes up to it, he has an ultraviolet tongue because that is the numbers 2. And we have what? What do we have? We have 7 plus 2 is 9, 23, which is 5, and then over here you got 2, 2. Or you can also say 7, 5 is really 8, 4, because 7 plus 5 is 12, 8 plus 4 is 12. I'm not going to go that far, even though they're the same numerical value. 7, 5 is 8, 4. I mean, but I don't want to do that because we were like, what? Huh? Okay, so anyway, I'll just make it super simple. 7 plus 2 is 9. 2 plus 3 is 5, so we got 5, 9, and then 22 is the year. Bam. And then also ultraviolet in serpent's eye, because this is a TV screen on the end of a serpent's body, and so this becomes, his eye becomes, in the TV screen becomes a serpent's eye, and this is also a TV screen and stuff too, but this is the serpent's eye, and there's ultraviolet right in here. Ultraviolet in the serpent's eye is, guess what? 8, 1 plus 7 is 8, 2, 2, 20, 22 backwards. I mean, so again, remember 6 is equals 2, 2, 2, see? I'm going to show you some of these, and that helps me see that 6 is 22, especially when you have the day and the month right here. I mean, it's crazy. And there it is, right, exactly backwards, 2, 2, 2, and 8, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, right there, bam. And I've got a lot of those. I mean, more than I'm even sharing, really. This one's really trippy. This one's really trippy. Oh, okay, I meant to do that. That's weird. Okay. So we got this guy, the death figure, which is Baron Samedi and all kinds of stuff. And that's Stinky B.O. because, again, he has the ultraviolet. But not just the ultraviolet exploding behind him, which is obvious. Ultraviolet explosions of fireworks right here, right? Right here, there's a band on his hat. And that's a hat band. And that is ultraviolet, too. It's not as obvious because I'm not going to blow it up and stuff. Because you go, but it's ultraviolet. It really is. I've looked at it really closely. And I can prove it, really. But anyway, it's ultraviolet. So basically... let me do that. Let me do this. Okay. Ultraviolet Hat Band, again, is what? I'm going to just do it this way. 8, 2, 2, and then 5 plus 1 is 6, and that's 2, 2, 2. Okay, you can do it a few different ways, but whatever. It's right there. And then the last day's got 117 days left over. Anyway. Okay, the boob here. So also, ultraviolet lines on Antichrist's forehead. So if you look, I don't know if you can see it from right here, but where the shadow should be on these lines, it's ultraviolet. There's a little bit of darkness, but right in here, the darkness is ultraviolet. And I've kind of blew the part of this up over here. You can kind of see the ultraviolet streak right here. But it is. It absolutely is. Again, these are more hidden because Stinky Bill is the Antichrist, and ultraviolet represents him. And so there's ultraviolet streams right in his forehead, okay? And so look at this, ultraviolet lines on Antichrist's forehead. And this is really crazy right here. This is all the 3 Jewish ciphers. Now watch this. In the center, this is going to become the year, but watch in different ways. So if we make this 4, and then 2 plus 8 is 1. So 4, 1. We can just throw the 1 away, and then we have 4, which is 2, 2. Okay? So if we go over here, it's 8, 2, 2. Put the 2 over here. Now we already have 2, 2, or 4 being, so we have 2, 2, 2. And then 8, 2, 2, and then we threw the 2 over here. So we had 4, and then 2, which is 2, 2, and then with this 2 is 2, 2. So we have 8, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Or we have, again, throw this 1 away because 2 plus 8 is 10. Take away the 0 is 1. Throw the 1 away, and then we just have 4 or 2, 2. Then we have 1 plus 8 is 9, 5, and then remember 4 is 2, 2. 9, 5, 22, or 8, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Last day, first day, both sharing the year. 2 different versions. 2, 2, 2 year, and this one over here being just 4, being 2, 2, 2. I mean 2, 2. Oh, crazy. Just woo, dog. That's crazy. Okay, anyway. Okay, And why is ultraviolet? Why ultraviolet? I mean, what? Again, I already told you about how it was represented as far as, you know, physically, the highest vibration of light and all that kind of stuff, light spectrum and all that stuff. But even more than that, watch this. This is incredible. So ultraviolet is made up of two words, obviously, ultra and violet, okay? But look at ultra. Ultra is, this is what's hidden here. Ultra is, look, 8, and then if you just switch the 8 over here and you have 1 and 1 is 2, 2, get rid of the 0, 2, and then 2, 1 and 1 is 2, and 2. 8, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. The first day exactly. And again, how many times have I showed you already exactly the month, the day, and the year in gematria? I'm not just saying, oh, we got a 5 and a 7, and then, you know, that's July 5th, and I know it's this year because I have a feeling and I had a dream, and, you know, and I mean, that's so common in YouTube and stuff. I want to make it so in your face that if you don't believe it, you're an idiot. And if you can't get it, I'm sorry, but you got a massive heart problem and a vision problem and other things. I'm sorry, but I want to make it so you can't, if you deny it, something's going on there and you're without excuse. Sorry, but when the Lord's, you're standing before the Lord and he shows you all this evidence, maybe include some of the stuff I've said, but all this evidence, and it's just, you know, the Lord even said that the creation is the evidence. So you're without excuse. Literally, in Romans it says creation is all the evidence. And so if you don't believe that, you don't see that there's a God because of your creation, you have no excuse. It says that. So all the Lord would need, you know, based on what creation is and what he says about creation in Romans, is then if you stand in front of Jesus and you're, you know, in your birthday suit or whatever it is, and you know, you're there to be judged by him, he'll say, you know, creation. It was complete evidence of God's existence. And if you didn't believe that, but that was what you should have. And sorry. I mean, seriously. I mean, just that. And then not to mention all the other things, including what I'm saying. So then violet is what? Wow, check this out. Watch. Boom. Look at this. 2, 2. You get rid of any 9. So /9. 1 plus 5 plus 1 plus 2 is 9. And 5 and 20. So we literally have what is 9, 5, 20, 22. Oh, gosh. I mean, are you kidding me? We have the first day and the last day. Exactly. Month, day, year. We literally even have on this one 2022. 2022. 9/5/2022. And 8/22/2022. I mean, I could even use the 20 right here and make it 22 and then make this 22. I mean, really. Crazy. Hopefully you see that. It's there. I mean, you could say, oh, it's not exact order. Well, it's not going to be because they don't do it that way because then you'd see it. Hello. Hello, McFly. Hello. Okay, I mean, seriously, what do you expect? That's why they do it upside down, backwards, or both, and do all this stuff because you don't want you to see it because they're below board. They're not going to be above board and show you it completely right order in front of your face with neon lights around it and present it as, hey, this is the deception in front of your face. No, they're going to hide it in many ways, and I'm just trying to uncover that and show you, and hopefully you see that. It's just, bam, okay. And then what's ultraviolet also hiding? Not to mention all this stuff I'm showing you, the dates, what it really means, how it's Obama, everything like that. What's it hiding? Ultraviolet is hiding that he's ultraviolent. Ultraviolet is ultraviolent. And they love word plays. They love this stuff. They do it all the time. Like I said earlier on my last video, Anthony Blinken, the current Secretary of State under the Biden time administration. He's Biden time for the Antichrist, or creepy Uncle Joe, whatever you want to call him. But Anthony Blinken is on his Twitter. He's known as at A Blinken. At A, the initial A, Blinken. A Blinken? A Blinken? As in Abe Lincoln? Abe Lincoln? I mean, are you kidding me? That's what I mean, a word association like that. Or, you know, what I just said. Anyway, what I just said. Ultraviolet. Yeah, I wanted to say ultraviolet here. Ultraviolet is hiding ultraviolent. And you want proof of that besides how it sounds? I mean, it sounds exactly the same almost. Ultraviolet. 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 What am I saying what? So close. Because look, ultraviolet. a movie which I've not seen, and I only liked her, Mila Jovovich, in I think The Fifth Element, and I haven't watched any of those stupid movies about zombies and stuff that she's in, and where it's just larger than life. It's just so unbelievable. I can't even watch it. It is so. Those quality of those movies I don't really like. Anyway, I saw little bits of here and there and stuff. I'm like, I'm not watching that. But because Ultraviolet, the movie title and whatever, is ultra-violent. Ultraviolet is ultra-violent. Ultraviolet is ultra-violent. Ultraviolet is ultra. If you look, 155, 155, English ordinal reverse. Look at that. What are the chances of that? That's not planned. If you think that all these massive off-the-charts coincidences are really coincidences, wow. Then just go ahead and believe in the Tooth Fairy then. And go ahead and believe wrestling is real. And go ahead and believe Trump is actually on your side. And then go ahead and see what happens. I mean, seriously, it's fantasy if you think that. Okay? These are coordinated because they mean each other. And that's the reverse of that. But it's the same exact thing. Now look, ultraviolet is ultra-violent. And what's more ultra-violent than dead bodies all over the floor? She's wearing a suit that's all based on dried blood or blood. And she has double Uzis, not just one Uzi, double Uzis. And out of the handle are swords or knives or daggers or whatever. I mean, are you kidding me? What's more ultra-violent than ultraviolet? Swords on your Uzis? That's probably even gematria. I mean, Uzi swords? It's preposterous. That's why it's so funny. It's just absurd. I mean, that you take this, that anyone to watch this and just have entertainment. I guess because it's so absurd, that'd make it so funny, but that would be it. I mean, give me a break. It's ultraviolet. It's ultra-violent. I made my point. Okay. Who coined the term ultraviolence? Well, the author Anthony Burgess. Lana Del Rey's ultraviolence video is nothing like what Stanley Kubrick or A Clockwork Orange author Anthony Burgess, who coined the term the singer used for the title of the song in her album. Okay, and I know a little bit about these things, both of these things, even the author a little bit. But I decided to dive into this and show you this. It's in anything. It's in anywhere. I knew it was right in all this stuff. Because it's also, see how they associate all these things? And Google made the association. See that? Already. They made the associations. So ultraviolence is already 9-4 or 9-5. 4 plus 1 is 5. 9-5. Okay, 9-5. And remember, 4 is 2-2. 9-5, 22. Year 22. I mean, there you go. There it is again. And then in Lana Del Rey's video called Ultraviolence, she's a bride and she's talking about ultraviolence. Okay, so remember the day is 9/5/22, and that's when the last day when the United States gets nuked in 23 cities, I've said, and then that's the day the faithful are taken to a wedding to the bridegroom. It's the bride and the bridegroom. Okay, or a red wedding. There's a wedding in heaven and there's red blood down below. That's why Obama even commented on the red wedding that was grossly and sickishly. If you don't know about the red wedding in Game of Thrones, then you're better off for it. I mean, I wish I did know. I really wish I did know. I actually, someone told me about that, and I looked at the scene about it, because Obama said it, and it was brought to my attention somehow through something, and I actually watched the scene. It's one of the most sickest things I've ever seen in my life. And just the psychology of what that is, locking the doors in a wedding and killing everybody. I mean, in the wedding. And it's what it is it's juxtaposing this idea of a wedding in heaven, okay, and a slaughter down on earth. You put them together and it's a red wedding, a slaughter of a wedding. That's hopefully please get my point. Please, all of you within the sound of my voice. That's what a red wedding is. That's what Lana Del Rey is talking about. She's saying ultra violence, and it's a wedding. Are weddings ultra violent? No, not in their nature. No, they're amazing. Should be peaceful, wwonderful days. I mean, there might be an exception to that rule in history and things, of course, or even if there's a red wedding in the past. But what the enemy's doing is juxtaposing these two ideas. There's a wedding on that day in heaven on 9/5/22 because we disappear, and then there's bloodbath down here because he's let loose, he's let free. to go after Christians and murder them and blow them up with nuclear stuff. Okay, seriously, get it, please. I beg you. And she says, he used to call me DN in this is the Ultraviolet song lyrics. He used to call me DN. That stood for Deadly Nightshade, because I was filled with poison, but blessed with beauty and rage. Jim told me that he hit me and it felt like a kiss. Jim brought me back, reminded me of when we were kids. So she promoting, domestic violence, saying he's calling her poison, and she goes, I'm poison because I'm blessed with beauty and rage. I mean, just sick stuff. Sick stuff. But more than that, who's Jim? Jim is 32 and 49 in English and reverse gematria. And what is that? Right here, 9, 1 plus 3, and 1 is 5, 9, 5, or 9, 5. And Jim in reverse is what? We're going to knock out the 8, knock out the 9. 1 plus 8 is 9. So 1 plus 7 is 8/4. 8, 4. First day, last day. Ultraviolence. And there's going to be some ultraviolence on this first day. There's going to be some things. There's going to be some people killed. And like I said, on the first day. If you want to see all the things I've predicted, it's linked to it's posted at the top of, pinned to the top of comments in this video and the other in part 1 as well. So, go to comments, pin to top of comments. It's got the whole timeline with all the events that I have so far predicted. So, and again, this is not my just prediction, just saying, blah, stuff's going to happen. I'm going by what they put out in the media, and I'm just translating it for you. That's what I'm doing. I don't do gematria in personal life. I don't care. That stuff means nothing to me. I have a real loving family with wife and 4 kids, and we live our lives. We do stuff together. And I'm not trying to figure out my life with gematria or something. I mean, the people that have said that, I mean, you're just Lord Jesus, forgive them. I mean, seriously, people actually think that kind of junk. And I'm just doing Ephesians 5:11. I'm exposing the darkness. I'm not being part of it, it says, but I'm exposing it so people can see what the enemy's doing, and you can get out of the trap of it and what's waiting down the line in the big old trap. Because it's love to do that. And that's what a watchman also in Ezekiel 33 is called to do. Because if I don't do that and warn you of it, what's coming, then your blood is on my hands, it says as well. Read the scripture. Read the darn scripture, okay? Seriously. And you have the gall to challenge me or be a mock or a scoffer in my house? Please. That's why I delete you. That's why I get rid of you, because you have the nerve to do that. And it's all lies. It's all bogus. I'm just trying to warn people. And it's sorry that it offends you so much. Sorry. Oh, stop doing it. Oh, stop it. It offends me. It offends me. Oh. I mean, give me a break. And Jim is short for James, which is 4/8 and 2/8/8. What I showed you twice before. Stinky B.O.'s birthday in different forms, and 2/8/8 is 28th of August, his death day. Birth, death. Birth, death. Birth, death. I mean, seriously, James. Okay, now, Anthony Burgess, I'm going to get into him a little bit. This is his birthday, February. So remember, 2/25/1917. I'm going to show it here in a second. 2/25/1917. I'm going to show it in a second, okay? Because to them, birth is death. Birth is our death. His birth is our death. His birth is the death of... Anyway... okay, so he wrote the book Clockwork Orange, but then this is the cover of Stanley Kubrick's directing of the movie Clockwork Orange, of course. Okay, so that's what this is, but watch. So Clockwork Orange was released on 2/2/1972. Now, what is this showing? Obviously, that's, without even trying, that's 22, but okay, 2/2, and then 1/9, 7 plus 2 is 9, so we have 199, 2/2/199, okay? Then we got boom, and then we have 2/2/19. You can get rid of a 9 because anything you add 9 to is the same. We got 2/2/19, and then that's 9/1/22 is 9/5. 9/5, which is 9/5 backwards. Okay, I'm doing it backwards here. Okay, 9/5 is the last day. Okay, and that's the death day. Birth is death. Okay, watch. Boom. Now, what's 5/9 or 9/5? It's 14. 9 plus 5 is 14. Now, who's 14? Oh, he's one of many things. He's 14 because this is the eye in the pyramid. See the pyramid here? It's supposed to be a Clockwork Orange, a Clockwork Orange, okay? But it's not. It's an A and a V. See, where's the crossbar thing for the A? But, you get the idea. It's an A, but it's also a pyramid or the top of is the capstone with an eye. It even got his eye. See his eye right here? It's got the little mascara coming off it. It's the eye that is the sun's gleaming off, it being the sun god Ra right here. Okay, sun god right here in the all-seeing eye in the triangle. And what's that? That's on the back of the $1 bill. And if you think of this as the capstone with the eye being in the middle of it, what's underneath? There are 13 rows of bricks or stones. 13 rows of stones representing the 13 families I've shared many times. And the 14th one is this one here. And that's why this release adds up to 9/5, which is the attack day of September 5th. September 5th ultimately is 9 plus 5, which is 14. And that's the 14th level. And that's the eye in the pyramid right there. Okay, so then A is also 1. And with ruler claw, you can just take that out. So I'm going to take this out as an example. Take the A out of a Clockwork Orange. And we're just going to make it Clockwork Orange. I'm just going to show you something in that in a second. But also A, okay, so this is supposed to be A, Clockwork Orange. So A is 1, and it's at the end of the alphabet when it's backwards, or reverse English, so it's 26. Here's a little hint, okay? And what is that? That is backwards. August being the 6th month, 21st, the pre-day. 6/21, right? That's when this begins. That's when this evil comes, with this jackwagon in the eye in the pyramid being CKBO, ultimately. And then what's this A really? It's really an upside down V because there's no cross thing for the A, but it represents the A being just, this shape. So, but it's really a V upside down. So what is V? V is 22, the 22nd letter of the alphabet, and V in reverse is the 5th letter. So Z is number 1 if the alphabet's reversed, Z, and then Y is 2, and then X, and all that. Okay, that's how this goes. But V would be the 5th. So what's 522? 5 months and 22 days into the year is 622, or 622 would be the 6th month on the Roman calendar being August. 622 and 621, the first 2 days. That's what this is showing right here. The first 2 days. See, all this stuff is about the first day and the last day. The first day being 2 days, the pre-day and the first day, and then the last day being right here, 9/5. And then I'm going to show you even more. Look, Clockwork Orange without the A. And it's, well, first doing this. This guy is the Antichrist holding a dagger. He's representing Antichrist because he's got that one eye that's like that. He's evil. He's in the eye in the pyramid. He's holding a dagger. The Antichrist holding a dagger is 266. Remember what I said about 266? The 266th day of the year is 9/23, or 9. 2 plus 3 is 5. Or 2 6s and 1 6, because that's the Antichrist. When you have 2 6s and 1 6, that's 666. And then also right over here, the Antichrist holding a dagger, 266th day of the year is what? 9/5. 9, 2 plus 7, that's how many letters here? 27 letters and 5 separate words. But that's also 9/5. Are you kidding me? And what is this number 266 and 9/5 have in common? 923. 923 is the 266th day of the year, and 923 is 9. 2 plus 3 is 9/5. Hopefully that makes sense. It's all coming together. Bam. And then Clockwork Orange, where I just took out the A. I can even do it with the A, but I'm just going to show you an example. If you take a Clockwork Orange, you have 171, which is really 117. Well, what is that? The 248th day of the year is 9/5, or September 5th, with 117 days left over. That's why this is right here. And that's 9/5. And 234th day of the year is 8/22. So we literally have representation of the last day and the first day in a Clockwork Orange also, as well as the other ones I showed you already. And there's many more. If I were to go through the video and look at that actor McDowell, and I mean all these different people and stuff, and look at all. I would show you a ton of stuff. I'm telling you, they would all. By the way, Clockwork is 666. What a shock! And then Orange is 612, which is 12 is 6 and 6, or 6 is 2 6. And by the way, 612 is 2 6s 1 6, or backwards 216, which is the 216th day of the year, which is August 4th, or August represents August 22. And then what's 216? What's this 612 or 216 backwards? 216 is the 216th day of the year, CKBO's birthday, and 216 is 6 times 6 times 6. Because CKBO is the Antichrist, because he was born on the 216th day of the year, which is 6 times 6 times 6. And there's many other things I've shared. And it's 2 6 and 1 6s, which is 666. Just hopefully you get all this. I'm bringing it. Hopefully you get it. Okay, bam. And this guy, Anthony Burgess, this was his birth. Remember I said earlier, February 25th, 1917. And we want to switch the 1 and the 9 to just make it super clear. Switch the 1 and the 9, and we have 2259 117, 225 117. Why? Because 9/5, September 5th, 22 is the 248th day of the year with 117 days left over. Because they just want to say it as unclear as they can, but they have to put the information out there. And it just happens to be that 9/5/22 is the 248th day of the year with 117 days left over. Give me a break. Even more. Anthony Burgess says, first and last letter code. First letter being AB, last letter being YS. Last letter code, we'll do that first, is 25 and 9. The reason why I make these two different colors, I'll show you in a second, because we have 9/5 right here. First letter code is AB, which is, why did I do that? Well, I don't know why I did that. That's supposed to be a 1. We'll just forget that, okay? And we'll just get rid of this one. I'm not sure why I did that. I think I was doing something else and whatever. So anyway, we have, bottom line is we're going to just throw away this 1 and make this 9, 9/5/22, because this is just a 1. 9/5/22. Okay, it's all right there. Anyway, I'm not sure why I did that. Okay, forget that. Okay, weird. Once in a while I'll make a little mistake, and I didn't catch it when I was going through proofing this, so, but it happens. I'm not perfect by any means. I never said I was, never will be. Okay, that's Jesus. I'm not Jesus on a rope. Anyway, Labor Day is first and last letter code, but this is more accurate here. So boom. Last letter code is RY, which is R is 18, 1 plus 8 is 9, and 25. Again, look at 9/5 again, and I'm making this different color for a reason, because it goes with these. And then first letter code, that's why. I think I got these, I think I might have used the same word, and then I just kept the number and moved it. But anyway, so L is 12, not A. L is 12, 1 and 2, and D is 4. So literally, what do we have right here? We have 9/5, okay, boom. And then when you bring this down to the 4, it's 6/21. We have the pre-day of August be the 6th month, 21st day, and the last day, 9/5, right here in Labor Day. Hidden in Labor Day amongst all of the other same. Remember when I said all this stuff about barbecue, that Stinky BO is Q, and that's what that's showing and all that? I also want to bring in that the longer version of Q is Q's and Onzels. I'll just say that. Q's and Onzels is that, okay? And then it just happens to be 61 to 74. Well, what is this? 7 months and 4 days into 1961 is August 4th, 1961, which is Stinky BO's birthday, and he's not Q? Please. 7 months and 4 days into 1961 is Stinky BO's birthday. Exactly when he was born, supposedly, right? As far as we know. Boom. Okay. According to one early history of the Labor Day, the event originated in connection with a General Assembly of the Knights of Labor. Remember I said nights and days? Remember Labor Days and Labor Nights, Knights of Labor? And again, a play on words. Knights being N-I-G-H-T-S versus K-N-I-G-H-T-S. Knights of Labor convened in New York City in September 1882 in connection with this clandestine Knights Assembly. Clandestine, that bothers me. A public parade of various labor organizations was held on September 5th. So this is September 5th this year, and it started on September 5th because that's a future prediction of this September 5th. That's a very common thing, or some code of that usually. Under the auspices, the future prediction, the future prophecy kind of thing of the Central Labor Union. There's a lot in the way they word this. The clandestine nights and auspices. That's crazy. Okay, anyway, let me show you what's going on here. So Knights of Labor is not only nights and labor days, labor nights and labor days. If you're laboring for days and nights, you're dealing with birth. Okay, or birth's coming. Pregnancy and birth's coming. I mean, nights and days of labor, labor days and nights of labor. I mean, come on. Do you get that? Hopefully you do. And what do we have here? 7 plus 1 is 8. And we add in that 1 is 9, 5, and 22. Then what do we have right here? September 882 is what? September 882 in gematria, all spelled out here, is 9, 5. 1 with 2, 2 is 9, 5. I should have put 2, 9, 5, 2, 2, 2, because 1 comes over here, makes that 2, 2, 2. So it's 9, 5, 2, 2, 2 or 9, 5, 2, 2. And then we also have Central Labor Union, which is what? Central Labor Union, yeah, look, 9, 4 plus 1 is 9, 5. And then 6 plus 5 is 11, 1 plus 1 is 2. And then we have 2 or 4 right here. 4 is 2 and 2, which is 22. 9, 5, 22. Boom. Look at all these 9, 5, 22s, 9, 5, 22s. And just this thing alone. And there's more in here, I'm sure. But look at that. And then that's not the last day, and that's not showing the last day of labor. And the first day, of course, is, like I said, 8/22. And I mean that last bit of labor that the woman's going through to right before she delivers the child. Are you kidding me? I'm proving it. Sorry. Labor Day was promoted by Central Labor Union and the Knights of Labor, and Labor Days, which organized the first parade in New York City in 1887. Oregon was the first state of the United States to make it public holiday. Now, watch. Look at this. Boom. 1887 is 9. 1 plus 8 is 9. 8 plus 7 is 15. That's 9/5. And then that's also, get rid of the 9. 1 plus 5 is 6. And then what's 6? 2 plus 2 plus 2. So this is not only the day and month, it's also the year. This goes day and month and year. 9/5, and or you can get rid of the 1. 9/5/2022. And then we have 1894 in here also. And 1 plus 8 is 9. Get rid of the 9. Anything you add 9 just stays the same. We're going to keep this 9. 9/4 is, and then get rid of this 9 because 4 is 2 plus 2. So literally you have 9/4/22 being the first 2 days. For the last 2 days. 9/4 and 9/5/2022 and 9/4/22, the same thing. It's right there. Boom. Hope you see that. And then this is a crazy one. Labor Day weekend, which a lot of us have said many, many times, and we've been in it, is 822. Carry the 1 over here. You have 822. Carry the 1 over here because these are together. Put the 1 over here, and then we have 122, 1211, 1211. So we have 228, 222 right there because 1 and 1 is 2, 1 and 1 is 2. Are you kidding me? And this is not 2022. Or it's not 22, and this is not the year, please. I mean, if you want to look... Listen, again, I'm still guessing, but, I mean, are you kidding me? At one point, do you just go, okay, enough, I see, it's definitely... I mean, seriously, there's something going on here. How do you not say that to yourself? Okay, like, I've seen this number, this combination of these two numbers so many times lately, and I'm going to show you another reason why this is this way. It's not only, obviously, 822... Okay, so that's right here. This is also... 1 plus 8 is 9, 2, 2, and then this 1 over here is 1 plus that 922, which is 9, 2, plus, that's 9/5/22. And then this is also obviously 8, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So 1 goes with this 1 and 2, 2, 2. Hopefully that makes sense. So this is showing the last day and the first day. See, that's why they do this kind of stuff. Okay, and then obviously, like I showed you, the 22 is the 4 that's a lot of times shown instead, but I've showed you many 22s, and I've showed you several 222s or 6 in its place, because they want to hide that. They want to make it super obvious, and when we show you 822, they have 222, but there has been a few, okay, but not very many, because they're trying to hide it by some other means, or 1 and 1, and all that stuff like I just showed you. Okay, boom. And what's common about all these? If you add this up, and this is what these all are, is 2 plus 2 plus 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6, plus 7 is 14, plus 2 is 16, plus 2 is 18. All these end up being 18. Why is 18 important? Well, because Broxels, Husseinzels, Obamazels is 18. Why is that? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 letters, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, and 5 letters together is 18 letters divided by 3 names, which is 6 plus 6 plus 6. Just simply, he is 666 that way. And then this date, which he's born, the first day and the last day he's born of this labor cycle, in a sense, is 18, which is 6 plus 6 plus 6. Not to mention he's born on 216th day. Not to mention his name is Brock, which is 36, and that's 3 6s. And I've given 1,000, so many reasons why he is 666, and all these other things, numbers and everything. And right now, I have close to, I'm just going to say 600 plus solid evidences that he is the Antichrist, and nobody comes close. Nobody. And he's not Trumpel, and it's not anybody else that people have said for a long time. It's just no one else. Boom. Let me show you this movie real quick. There's another movie. This is called Next. Lord just kind of brought it to my mind, kind of came across me, and then I'm like, he wanted me to watch it, so I did. It was released on 4/25/2007. Okay, April 25th. April's also, that's the Gregorian, but April's also the second month on the Roman, so that's what they're really showing. 2/25/2007, okay, 2007, and that is 2/25, and then 2, get rid of the zeros. 2 plus 7 is 9. So backwards, that's 9/5/22. It's also, now let's look at it a different way. 2 plus 2 plus 5 is 9. Get rid of that. And then we have 207. Now remember what I said about 2007 is 2007. Or like, remember 007? 007 is not 007, it's 777. Right? I'm sorry. It's not 007, it's 007, right? But they say 007. Again, that's what I mean. O is 0. It's hiding O, which is a stinky B O. Okay, but so anyway, assuming these are O's, that's 2, 6, 6, 7. 6 plus 6 is 12, so that'd be 2, 12, 7. And then switch the 2 and the 1, you have 2, 2, 8. So literally, this is hiding 9, 5, 22 and 8, 22. Now guess what? Guess which year? Right here. Okay, and then here's another one. Boom, next, even the name next is 14, 5, 24, 20. And goes, so let's do it out here. And then we're going to go 1, 4 plus 5 is 9. And then switch the 2 and the 4. So we got a 4 and then a 2 here instead of a 2 and a 4. So 1, 9, 4, 2, 2, 0. 1 and switch the 9 and the 1. Boom, 9, 1, 4, 2, 2, get rid of the 0. And 9, 1 plus 4 is 5, 2, 2, 9, 5, 2, 2 again. And that's not, by the way, and I'm going to tell you what this movie is about, really. It's about, she says to him, she finds him and finds that he can see 2 minutes into the future. By the way, seeing 2 minutes in the future is 8:22. A stolen nuclear ammunition is being smuggled into the U.S., she says, United States, or may in fact already be here. So she's stating what is true. Okay, listen to this. A stolen nuclear ammunition is being smuggled into the U.S. They already have been, and she says it may in fact already be here. Yes, and she's just talking about one in particular, but there's 23, and I have that coordinated by a lot of different predictive programming, including a few people with dreams. My friend Aaron with Redeem 44 YouTube channel said that he had a dream that they're already in several cities, and they're like built into something or hidden or under the ground or something like that. They're already there before he knew me or anything like that. And then I told him, oh, I found all this predictive programming and everything. He goes, oh, okay, I've known that for a while. Like, yeah. And they're all there. They're ready to go. Boom. And that's what he said. That's what she said. So a stolen nuclear ammunition is being smuggled to the United States, or may be in fact already here, is 910. Okay. And then watch. Boom. And then it's also in reverse. It's 125. So what is that? 9. 1 plus 1 is 2. Oh, sorry. Let's do it this way. What am I doing? Yeah, okay, sorry. 9, 5, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2. 9, 5, 22. It's right there. 9, 5, 22. If you just put these by each other and then do that. 9, 5, 22. Okay, and that's, again, totally when this thing's going to go off. The ones that are hidden, and we're using one as an example. And then she says, I want you to look ahead and tell me where it is going to be deployed. So she's telling us, they're telling us in the movie what's going to be deployed. They have arrows pointing to different things. See this arrow right here? It's pointing. There's another one. Well, as soon as she said that, where it's going to be deployed, okay, well, when she says that, it's 6 plus 8 is 14. 1 plus 8, 2, 3 is 9, 2, 3. And then the 4 left over is 2, 2. So 9, 9, 23 or 9, 5, 22. And then we have 9, 2, 3 is 9, 5. And then this is 9, which you just get rid of that. And so you got 9, 2, 3, or 9, 5, 4, all in right here. 9, 5, 22. 4 is 22. And then this one's 9, so you get rid of that because it's all right here. Or the 234th day is 822. It's all here. I'm not going to even explain this because it's all right there. That's 8, 5, or 9, 5 right there, 22, all that right there. Anyway, and then she says, oh, what does she say? She says, I want you to look ahead and tell me what's going to happen, or we're going to be deployed. Then it goes right to him. And then look, it's right there. Greetings. And not only is he's going to try to figure out where it's going to be deployed at the end of the movie, but it's right there. Greetings. Okay, when it's going to be deployed is in greetings. Watch. Greetings again is 1, 4, and then 9, 4, 9, 4. 9, 1 plus 3 is 4. Plus 1 is 5. Plus 5, 9, 5, and then 4 is 22. We got 9, 5, 4. And 9, 5, 4. Again, full reduction goes with reverse full reduction. Single reduction goes with reverse single. All these are 9, 4, 9, 5, 4. 9, 5, 4, 9, 5, 22. I'm going to go a little bit faster here. Okay, getting towards the end here. Okay, so, and then this is mind-blowing here. I could not believe the Lord showed me this. I was just beside myself. Hopefully this blows your mind out of your back of your head and you got to go find it like I did. Okay, so August 22nd, 2022 is on the Gregorian. So if you just ask Google, what year is August 22, 2022 on the Jewish calendar? And then that's so this day equals the 25th of Av, 5782 on the Hebrew calendar, or you say Jewish calendar, whatever. The accepted, main calendar of Israel, whatever, in the Jewish part. Okay. Whatever. Anyway, so yeah, here we go. So I'm going to represent it right here. Now watch this. This is phenomenal. This is going to show you that this is the year. 822 is probably the day, and this is probably the year. This doesn't blow your mind. I don't know what will. Man, I don't know how to get the limit. Okay, anyway, so watch this. Now remember, O is 0 is O and O is 0. 0 is O. So we got 822, 2022, and that's 26, because O is 15, 1 plus 5 is 6. 2622, which is 2 plus 6 is 822. So we have 822, 822. That is crazy. That is not a coincidence. Now watch. These are match up like this. When's the last time this was that? This represent this at all? It's been a long time, if ever. Probably not ever, but that's crazy. Okay, for that to match like this. Okay, now watch. And then this is even more crazy. 25th of Av. Can you imagine these would be something as well? Well, you'll see. 25th is off, 2-5, and then A is 1, V is the 22nd letter of the alphabet. So 2-5-1-2-2. 2-5-1 is 8, and then 2-2. What? Okay, ready? Now, is the year that? Oh, yeah, baby. 5 plus 7 is 12. Okay, sorry. 5 plus 7 is 12. 5 plus 7 is 12, and 8-2. 12-8-2. Now, take this 8 and move it over. We have 1822. Now we know about 1. Real cloud. We can get rid of any 1. Boom. Look at that. Is this not a huge day on the Gregorian? It matches exactly the Jewish calendar. Day, month, and year. Exactly. Hidden 822s across the board. Now why is that? What do these mean? Because 8 plus 2 plus 2 is 12. I gotta put a 1 back in there, but forget about this one. I didn't live. And then 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. Well, what's that? 1 plus 2 is 3. 1 plus 2. Because we have 33s on both calendars. Because that's what Stinky BO is 3. The whole reason for the 33, the reason on all this Masonic stuff, is because it's the month and day and year. Secretly, the month and day and year on both the Gregorian and on the Jewish calendars. And they match across the board. That's the 33, or that's the 3 times 11, which is 33, or 311. It's another way of looking at it. 311 is another common one for that, because 3 times 11 is 33, or 811 is 8 times 11 is 88, or 9 times 11 is 99, or whatever. They hide it that way. Or 55 is 5 times 11, or all that stuff. Okay, anyway, or Stinky BO is 411, or 2 4s. And 411 is 11 times 4 is 44, the 44th Prez. I mean, come on. Okay, or how about this? Club 33. This is one article of many. Peek inside Walt Disney's secret of Club 33, because Club is 228, and 33 is made up of 228 and 228. No one knows that. But Club is just happened to be 228 also. Are you kidding me? Look at this. Can you believe that? There's no way that could be. That wasn't planned. If this isn't massive in my mind, and I think this massively proves it, along with a lot of things I've already said. Okay, so I'm leaving it at that, and I'm blown away by this when you think about it. Look at this. Club is 228, and 33 is made up of 228 and 228, which is 1212, which is 33. That's why they're so into this. So I want to thank you for your support. If you ever given to me, especially this last group of people that gave to me, no, I mean, just, I'm not going to say especially, but I especially want to thank right now. It's been very helpful. If we can still use some funds, of course, but it's not as, we've covered some things, of course, but if this doesn't happen, then we'll need some more, whatever, but I'm pretty confident it will. But I'm just throwing it out there. If you feel like giving, it's in the description box, PayPal link and all that kind of stuff, PO box, and even Zelle Pay and stuff, which is super easy, but way better than PayPal. It's free and stuff. It's in the link in the description box as well. So, but thank you if you ever supported me and what I've shared to try to support people. By the way, I hit a milestone. I forgot to mention in my last video. Hit a milestone on my channel. I have over 3 million views. And according to my own personal analytics with Google's, I figured out, and I know how to do that because I kind of know numbers a little bit, as you can tell. I've gotten to over 1 million different people with my channel. I've gotten over 3 million views, but roughly around 2 million or a little bit less than 2 million is the same people viewing, the videos maybe a few times or all the different videos. But or different, different random views of videos and stuff, of course. But about roughly a little over 1 million views were from different people. And then the reason I'm saying thank you in all these different languages, I wish I could say my merci, gracias, danke, grazie. I can't say all these ones. It's because I really thank you. I know I reach, gosh, I don't know. I think I looked at, one of the times I looked at was like 80 some countries that, have been viewing my videos. And in each country, sometimes it's like 200 or it's crazy. Certain countries, it's hundreds. And I just had a lot of different greens from different countries recently on Telegram and different things. I'm just blown away. And even in my comments and stuff, I'm just so blown away that I'm able to affect these people in all these different countries in a positive way. And so I thank you. And if you pray for this channel, pray for me and my family. I should say pray for me and my channel. Pray for me and my family, of course. That's what I mean. I'm having a hard time talking a little bit because I'm very tired, but I had to get this information out. The Lord's just been doing just amazing stuff with me. I'm so blown away by this time. I can't even say. And I have so much anticipation of what's coming on the 22nd. And we'll see. I mean, I don't know, we'll see. I mean, and I'm just very hopeful about being with Jesus and coming back to really fight and do things for people in a different state and stuff than I'm in right now. So anyway, thank you so much. I just want to on the bottom of my heart, me and my family, thank you for, if you've ever been a positive impact on my family or this channel, it means so much to me. And if you have been absolutely negative and even death threats and stuff, I just thank the Lord Jesus for turning your heart around. And I pray for you that God would love you anyway and show you the error of your ways and come to the truth. So I'm going to leave it at that. And I hope this massively blew your mind because it did me. I mean, some of the stuff like this last thing and some other stuff I've been showing you about iPad Goat just blew my mind out my back of my head. I mean, what? And when I really realized the full scale of this ultraviolet thing and then that equals, all this stuff equals the first day and the last day. I mean, wow, just, it's incredible. So I'm going to leave it at that. And this is Exalted Lamb 1. God bless you. Over and out.